10 years ago, I can still remember when Cookie and Linda had a vision. And it was a vision of students and lawyers working together at Santa Clara to free innocent men and women who have been in prison in the California system. And what started out as really a mom-and-mom operation being done on a shoestring with the support of the law school has grown over 10 years to an extraordinary experience for students, for lawyers, but most importantly, for the people they have worked to free.
When we first were interviewed by the press about this new project and this idea, the question we got was, why are you doing this in California? We don't have these problems here in California. 10 years later, I don't get that question anymore.
Our first exoneration was the culmination of a tremendous amount of work. It was also a case that involved a lot of complicated characters, and it did not involve DNA. So it was very gratifying to me that we were able to get that exoneration without DNA, because up until then, the lore, at least in the legal community, was exonerations come from DNA, and other exonerations were almost impossible to obtain.
NCIP is important because oftentimes when individuals are wrongfully convicted, they're forgotten about after their conviction. And NCIP gives those individuals a voice and an opportunity to be heard.
My friends had raved about their experiences taking NCIP. I heard about the prison visits that they would go on, the real legal work that they would be doing in the classroom setting. We'd be learning about a type of motion or a type of solution in class, and then they would go speak to their attorney and then actually implement that in a real motion that would be filed. Innocence does not speak for itself. It takes a lot of work.
I just hope one day somebody will hear me, my innocence. I hope one day they find the actual persons. I was hoping one day that they just opened the door and let me go. So it was hope that was out there that I really wanted. But then when the NCIP came, it was like somebody found the hope. You know what I'm saying? That I've been trying to send out for so long.
It was very surreal to know that here are these people that I'd gotten to know for the past 3, 4, or 5 years that not only believed in me, but that were, representing me to the highest degree of lawyering. That was great.
Get involved, have an open mind, open heart, and look at, interviews and newspaper articles that share this type of information. I tell them, go on the computer and, look up NCIP, the Innocence Project. This is a blessing.
The message I would send people that hear my story and think, here's just another guy that just got out. It won't ever affect me. Goodbye, good luck. What I would say would be that this judicial system that we all love and respect and would love for it to work in our favor when it's our due time in court can go astray. So I think that the message here is, beware. This is something that can occur to anyone, anytime, in any place. And I'm proof of it.
People who would support the Innocence Project are not just supporting efforts to free the wrongfully convicted. The support that can come in can go towards long-term reform. Change comes slowly to the criminal justice system, but change must come. Our reform efforts can change the system across the board and prevent the Frankie Carrillos and the Maurice Caldwells of the world from being wrongfully convicted.
The reason I care and want to make other people care as much as I do about the Innocence Project, it starts with the individual. There are people who are robbed of too much of their life by a system gone awry. But the impact each of us can make is by helping those one-to-one cases Innocence Project does magnify into systemic improvements in the criminal justice system. And I'd like to have as many people as I can encouraged to join into that progress.
I wonder how many of us can actually look at our own lives and say, as the people of the Innocence Project can say, we have actually given someone back their lives. We've given them their freedom. We've made their families whole. We have given their lives back to them. That's something we should all support.
It doesn't take much to support. if it's $1 or if it's $5 or if it's $10 or if it's even more than that. The fact is that you're participating in a venture that is going to change the world for the better.
We've been around for 10 years. I never would have imagined that we would have grown to become what we became. I really thought it would stay small. I had no idea the scope of the problem that we would find and the magnitude of the errors that would be left for us to investigate, the policy work that would be generated because of what we learned from these cases.
I thought of myself as one person doing my little part to help on a case. And little did I know that there would be all of this support and all this community that would come and say, I care about this issue too. And that those people would allow me to continue to do this work and to bring magnitude to this project and the issue.
The more we do these cases, the more we learn about where our system has problems and how we might go about fixing it. Despite the fact that we've uncovered so many flaws that might be able to be fixed in our system, they aren't fixed yet. So there's still more for us to do.
It's really wonderful that we're here, and I feel so optimistic and hopeful about what more we can accomplish.